also,
map. I'm very
Icebox,
curious.
you might as
Another
like
thing that
Icebox is one of those maps where a lot more things
broader
can fly.
picture perspective for these two teams, other than, you know, this is a must-win moment for them, but like the map pool is so similar, like in terms of what they like to play, what they're good
we'll
at.
see.
So I'm really kind of curious
they'll probably op
how
a
it's
good.
all going to work out.
They'll probably
I mean,
op it
Global,
a hell of a lot.
very similar setup to what they've run
T1
before.
is the team that has to win pistol.
Yeah,
Oh, I called him out, chat. No way. Dude, that's so funny, man. That's ban Icebox, and T1 are doing the 400 so they can have up. Every time I call out a team in Plat Chat in Pacific, they change to what I say.
I don't know if they're setting up like a tower like we saw with 100 Thieves at Shanghai or what over there, but
yeah.
That's crazy.
Fair enough.
So powerful.
That's going to be a clean plant here for T1.
Spike planted.
Yeah, okay, just going to be a 5 versus 5 retake. This is going to be quite interesting. Saya player might have to start moving in with the rest of the team because there's no flanks coming in.
Lightning Fast. Lightning Fast has the wall on this. That's what we got to look out for.
5 versus 5, unless they're okay with right now. There's just out of numbers contact in favor of GE.
Would have had the sound cube an early wall.
Gets the first pick, but immediately Lightning Fast and Blaze King do get the trades. Shot not connecting. TPs gets punished, and it's all down to stacks. Defuse still coming in. Ben Kai challenges.
Oh my god, it was so close. Oh my god, that was so close. Okay, Lightning Fast did great, to be honest. And Stacks also did good. Stacks almost did incredible.
Once back yellow control is taken by Blaze King, makes it really hard for T1 to kind of hold their ground. They used the snakebite really early to T1. You can see it right there on the ground, right where Lightning Fast went. So they don't have that to delay a little bit. Maybe if that's still in the bag, Stacks can finish the job here. I mean, I like what Stacks did using the wall, but this peak so well timed by Benkai.
Yeah, I think because of his peak, he keeps going across the wall, but it's super hindsight to say that. It was a really nice try.
Showing the leg.
Yeah. Oh. Ow. Oh, yeah, I was about to say.
Wait, is Rossi here?
In any case, though, gonna have that heal from Lightning Fast. Polvi has been getting better and better with the Outlaw and the Operator in the past few games that Global Esports has been playing. We'll see how much value you can get off of this one, but so far it's been a hit and miss, actually all misses. No connections whatsoever just yet. And this is still going to be the push from T1. Izu finds the first pick already.
Rossi, I went for you guys in Pick'ems and you're not playing?
Able to stop the plant from the wingman.
What's going on, man? Think about the poor Pick'ems.
Wall still kind of separates them from the rest of the site. Blade comes through, gets a little bit of information that Russ is here, but they can't really find any meaningful contact just yet. Saya player. He goes down, so it's just now onto Stacks. Oh, there he goes. Falls down to Russ.
Yeah, so I mean, I think
nice
therefore
start for GE. We got two guns that get lost. They invested pretty heavy into it, but I think that's also fine on this map. Long rotates. It's one of those maps that maybe is a little bit easier to pick up some of the guns.
Knocked further back and forced out the heal, things like that. So yeah, you know, the expected result for GE, but
I do what you sent,
yeah. Seeing out of T1 in terms of like their anti-strat,
it should just be done for him.
Understand how GE.
I added an extra thing as well for it that was like below that.
And this is kind of part of the map where T1 found more success against.
Okay, so because honestly because of the plant that you managed to for sure get this, but Saya player saves 400 in the pistol. Next round, I think he bought armor as well in the next round, but and that's the reason he doesn't have armor here. But this is T1. Team that is reliant on ops, out doing the cryo, we'll call it the cryo, and he has an op on attack. That is a good sign. My worry is he has no armor.
I think the other thing as well is if it gets a little bit too hot for Izu,
one-shot him, but I think that's always going to be happening on the third round op anyway.
Maybe hit another or just take a break and then hit it again. In any case though, there's the execute already for T1. Also wanted to say, Operator in the hands of Saya player, so he's going to be using that. Interestingly enough, though, he is joining the rest of the team onto the side itself. They might have left the flank a little bit too wide open for Russ as he's already encroaching on Raptors. I think GE is just waiting for Russ to get any meaningful contact first, and then they start moving in. It's about to be here. Shots from Izu going to connect first. Backs away a little bit. And he's just making
what does Russ get?
Amount of kills for this one. Russ the only one
it
left
doesn't even matter what
standing.
Russ gets. Okay, shout out to T1. They held site pretty well, huh? They did pretty well, incredibly well.
Yeah, and I think you're already seeing some of the benefits.
Bonus for GE.
The Jet
great.
will give you over the ISO.
Good news is they have res.
Fast execute, a lot cleaner. You know, and like you're talking about, you have the ability to pull back a little bit better potentially as well. You don't have to commit quite as hard, but just good setups overall from the side of T1. Stax was up on pipes, watching for that lurk from Russ the whole time. Made it really difficult for Russ to really find that meaningful engage to kind of kick off that retake, that flood retake that you want to attempt as GE. And so it just kind of gets cut down piece by piece. Good hold from Izu behind the box.
First big buy rounds.
That's a typical spot.
Got what, one?
Definitely had a great setup for it. Now T1 getting stalled just a little bit.
And if we're looking at this round, that orb, I'm surprised they didn't go aggro for it, and that is why T1 had something ready in terms of the Gecko contact of it. Carpe is hitting some shots, man.
Fortunately for Polvi there, just could not find any position to really get any second kills or anything. Great pop shots though. Benkai and the rest actually able to get a couple of kills.
I don't know about that decision, Russ.
Frag after frag. Dust settles. It's going to be a 2 versus 2.
You got a higher, lower, and you get the flash out.
For the moment. Stax
your other mate's committed.
So he can't use that for the post plant, but this is troublesome. The res comes in. Benkai's back into play.
Yeah, and they kind of got to fight a little bit heavy. The op is a nightmare against the Sage Wall. If this Sage Wall goes up, that op is doing nothing
now
here.
dropping onto the site. I wonder how long this wall is going to
A
last.
lot of this is up to Stax, who goes down. It should be done. Shot though. I mean, you're not going to win the round, but this is a lovely shot.
He just has to back away. Great shot though, but again, that's going to be GE just very clean on this Icebox.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you're also seeing some of the power
this is the lightning
still
fast map though. Lightning fast has been unbelievable on this map. Whether it's MV kills or whether it's just impact.
Here, same thing.
Lightning fast this is his map.
Because you can't take down the wall quick enough. Headhunter's not going to help you there either.
Yeah.
So this is just really good understanding of the situation that GE has, the understanding of the comp they're going against, and how they can punish it with that Sage Wall. So really good stuff from Lightning Fast.
T1 managed to squeeze out another buy. It's just one person that should be taking a hit.
Tremendous.
I don't even see who it is. And maybe they're all good.
And another big thing, I think on this
just
one as well, is GE is trying to get that first bit of information on where side player is peeking at. Right?
Easy call,
if they know side player's there, he's holding the operator.
And then if you're T1, you know you gotta kill this KO fast.
Because again, he has that exit ability with the
you just do the fish ult, take it back, don't go anywhere with it. Yeah, okay, that's smart.
Slapping your face with the null command as well.
Then you just use it again. That's nice. You can see literally just they were so fine for one use of the fish ult.
Nullifying this attempted execute.
Didn't even go anywhere with it.
I mean, that has to be somewhat expected from T1, I would think. You know, oftentimes KO's going to be playing there. Now they're going to respond in kind, and Polvi's detained.
That's unfortunate. We'll see though if Polvi can survive. Izu gets the double kill, spray down his beautiful third for Izu. Setting things up, repositions.
Oh my gosh.
It still hits the 4K. Izu's flying around, cannot escape Blaze King's clutches.
It was a really nice round though.
It's still going to be Blaze King against the world. T1, Side player now gets a bit of value off of that operator. And they strike back.
I feel like they got a little bit unlucky that fish ult hit here.
I think fully expecting, you know, that 0 point is going to come. Wait it out, pop a no command of your own, so they have no hope of really countering you with any utility.
Hey, it was just on the edge. I'm pretty sure he just popped dash ready to go back.
That smoke to cut off the angles. He gets the info.
I was not expecting that to hit.
Comes on in,
There's some lovely shots from Izu.
That's what you need out of your duelist.
But
and Izu delivers.
Forced him down to eco. That's like
again, this is what
a good start.
Exactly talking about. It felt like he was comfortable, but not as comfortable as he was on the Jet compared to last time's ISO.
Okay, and they get a hero. They get a hero rifle out. Benkai saves enough money for
the rest of T1 already.
And T1 are literally just
onto the B side. That is
going
pop shot through his smoke. This could actually start
B
something
against
good
the ecos
for GE on this retake.
Absolutely, you have the Viper's Pit as well to potentially work with. You have a good angle to potentially get
Shot,
down.
man.
Never mind, it's gone. Oh, Polvi though.
Yep, he's
Oh,
not done just
oh
yet.
God.
Goes right
Oh
on top.
my God,
Izu
that would have
by
been
himself
incredible.
now,
Oh,
and he
they actually
cannot
won it.
escape
Wait.
the clutches
Okay,
of Russ.
Polvi had
That
what?
is going to be that.
5
Polvi, great heroics from him as he
pretty,
comes around the corner in yellow.
let's say,
and basically
unfortunate
catches
rounds.
on T1 looking at the other corner.
And that was
Just
a massive,
brilliant stuff
massive
from
round.
Polvi
Picks
there,
up the
man. Like,
op as
he
well.
really just shut that round down. Found a perfect timing after that op shot to go for his
That was
move.
nice. The updraft up to yellow was cool here.
Starts knocking players down. The opener from Blaze King.
Oh, okay.
All right. This right there, the timing, right as Saya player's trying to exit, and then
I think
immediately
Easy did
updrafts on
incredibly
top of
well.
yellow.
That was a nice shot as well. I think Easy
Just
did
did so much
incredibly well
damage.
to get that shot on Polvi.
I love it.
That's how I felt about it too. I was like, whoa, that's pretty good. Saya does have
First round with the
force.
op, and it looks like he's
Blaze
sending
Storm
it.
so some ults to work with.
Oh, this is close. Polvi's not going to see him. He's right on top of him, though.
Oh my God.
I don't think Izu did get that same information
Whoa.
as well. This is just him charging in right in the face of two. And
Izu's having an insane
back to
game
side
at the
Russ,
moment.
trying to re-encapsulate the situation, falls down in this quick pinch. Oh my God, he just gets it in like 2 seconds as soon as he finds that contact on Polvi.
Yeah, as soon as he knew Polvi was here, he knows he's not going to hit
this is
the
something that the Jets
180
gonna give
shot.
you. The ability to
13 and 5.
change
GE win a
directions,
round,
change
lose
the
the
pace,
next. 1-9 loss
get up and
bonus.
over your
They got to
opponents,
save one
something I
gun.
absolutely cannot do
They
easily
could
without
drop
going
like
on
a-
ropes and things like that.
Could
So,
drop something, but Polvi wants
you know,
to
just
op.
makes it that much more explosive in rounds like this. And he, again, he gets that little bit of extra
Time is
info
at the
onto
moment,
Russ. Yeah, Russ is
8:15
able to
here.
get one, but then T1's ready to trade him right
Nice
out.
and
So
early.
all those things put together make it much, much easier for T1.
Both save.
Saya player, yeah, has the tour de
That
force
is
to watch.
unreal for T1.
Just in case anybody's coming out from screens, but
Game after this,
see
you
it on
got
the map that is going to
Genji.
be a save for Blaze King and Benkai.
Genji bleed.
Ash, well, not too bad though for GE.
Should be
able
a
to string
2-0.
by together, no problem at
I
all.
would imagine.
In the next round, but man, T1.
Never know,
I mean,
but-
when Izu is popping off in these rounds, it is fun to
I
watch.
would like to think that they
And
wouldn't
this
drop
is
a match.
much necessary because right now Saya player hasn't really gotten that impact that we were kind of hoping for. To be fair though, of course, he's staying in the back lines for now, and on the attacking side, that's not really how Chamber gets those, big plays. So we'll probably see him on the second half. In any case, more on the second half. But in any case, you're absolutely right.
Okay, so
Izu's
they
been
save
doing
the
so
guns
well,
to get the
13
op
kills
out
already on
again.
the
Are they
map.
going to be going this
And-
aggro with the op?
Yeah, so far so
Kinda
good.
looks like it.
Question now is, Global, how much are they willing to put in to this ace
I didn't
stack
even
that
say
they
more
are
aggro.
doing? Well, that's a question. Answered already. As Polvi, as you spotted, just immediately rushing out onto Raptors, could not hit the shot, though, against Saya player.
Yeah, and T1's had a really good read on how Polvi likes to play on this map. He's really aggressive in general with an operator or without, but with that operator in particular, we've seen it where he's trying to push angles early, and T1's been able to punish that a couple times. So credit where credit's due. So far, T1's game plan, really good job of identifying.
And GE are just so fine to play off the site here. They got Killjoy ult.
You do have Xcurate though, all the way over in B by himself, just chilling right behind green. So he's got a little bit of info. Hasn't really heard any noise, had any contact. Just looking for that lurk, but
Careful.
there's the option here that T1 could pull back if they don't like what they see on this A site.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with the time still kind of favoring a possibility, a safe possibility.
OG Flash Gold, thank you so much, man.
Crucial.
Thank you so much, bro.
Saya player just
Tell you what, Sai's been hitting some shots.
Followed up by
Whoa.
Izu,
I feel like
using the
everyone's been
wingman
hitting
as a
some
bait.
shots, to
Sure,
be fair.
the
Especially
lockdown's gonna be
T1.
there, but matter of seconds, broken down by the fragment as well, and T1 had this completely locked and loaded.
Love this.
Xgrid now hearing the retreat, spots the one,
remaining.
takes away
Ah.
the operator from the hands of Benkai, and Blaze King not going to feel the backstab as he just falls down
Okay,
quite quickly
and
too.
maybe a timeout here.
Very
Like,
strong.
T1 have just been
round
pretty
as we saw.
simple. Just
Yeah,
buy
and
rounds.
the
They go
response now
A,
from
ecos,
T1
they
is
go
really,
B.
really good. Starting to really dissect these angles. And
So
Saya
maybe you can
there,
time out and at least make them stop that.
just barely
Enemy
able
remaining.
to win out that battle. Polvi just missing that shot. And that
So-
breaks things way open for T1.
to fully guess, I would say RRQ Team Secret. That's where I'm at.
Because they're just kind of knocking so many players
I don't know. DRX worry me, man.
To getting the plant. They're really using good opportunities for GE to go for those flood retakes like they would like.
Alan?
And you know, GE now
maybe
has to consider how are we going to pilot this as we go. You know, it's an eco here with a hero rifle in lightning fast hand this time.
I'm the biggest Team Secret fan.
All right, he's getting closer to Saya player here, and Saya's alone.
Just a wild Oreo fan,
Quick
man.
reactions from Polvi there. That's going to be the
Just
operator
the
taking down, but that also
wild
could be
Oreo
a signal
fan.
right now for T1. Not miss any time, or not waste any time, and just push it into the A side and start planting things. Look at where they're planting this fight right now. It's right on top of 2F here, so
this has potential.
Somewhere
they still got the Sage Wall. They picked up the op. We got knives. He switches up Benkai, gives him the op. Still has knives and op now, and a rifle. I would like to see the person without the wall maybe not throw the rifle on so they can just wall defuse.
That's still a snake bite. A little bit of util to work with here. Stacks has his molly.
No longer has Fischl after eating that knife.
Together, but Izu's whiffing. That's going to be a quick pick. Big flanks as well.
Lightning flash, you guys
can
stay
already
alive,
see
boss.
Blaze King coming around the corner here. Expert falls down, and it's all down to Stacks. Can you really stop anything at this point?
Lightning flash, you're crazy.
And that is going to be GE overwhelming the
Respect,
opposition.
they got it.
Time. No, wait, hold on.
Wait a minute.
Did they bait enough time? It's going to be closer. Oh, 0.48.
A huge round, man. What a huge round. Yeah, we said they go a little bit more aggro. I thought maybe like a push over towards middle. But this is like the old school. I mean, this right here is old school Fnatic strats when they had knives, they would just go aggro.
That is a filthy shot from Lightning Fast, the first one. Follow up, him and Stacks a bit whiffy, but
nice, the boys are getting pumped. Okay.
Very happy there.
Yeah.
Now you've got another res for Lightning Fast.
They're really in for this. Ham_sandwich with the 7 months. Thank you so much. Also on EG today. EG a dead peak right now.
T1 can scale
with this roster.
But they're going to position the Gecko a little bit differently. You're going to put him in the corner up by the Raptors.
GE now as well, fighting a lot heavier.
Yeah. Wow,
nice Saya, man.
Well, just for a little bit of that confusion, if ever. Now they spot one. The second one also hit by the
Lightning Fast have res here. Should you bail out on your teammate here?
G's gonna be able to get
maybe
a couple of refrags. That's gonna be enough. Not gonna be enough, rather. Drop down from Carpe. Blaze King.
I'm pretty sure he had res. So I think you gotta look at that. And anytime someone's on screens, as long as they're like near the back, their body's gonna fall down. So I think once this guy eats the Fischl, maybe you could wall this, try get out. But I understand the whole process of trying to save your teammate.
GE has to get inside the utility.
Damn.
Drop out from Blaze King. Great heroics. It's 2 versus 1.
Why didn't he do it?
Did he have the spike? No, he did not. And just as soon as he taps right through, Saya player just pops a couple and takes him down.
A great attempt.
Yeah, they just messed up on site a little bit.
Sussing out of where the Viper was likely to be there by Blaze King.
Making an Abyss guide. Yeah, I've been speaking a little bit to Mini about it. We're hoping to have one out by playoffs, but at the same time, he's very busy. I'm very busy. But I mean, we have a comp, we have a default, we have an A hit, B hit. We need to do some stuff on defense as well.
More likely to dodge that 0 point, so it's not as big of a deal. You don't have to delay. You didn't have Stacks' ult to follow up with it. So really good understanding of the map and the situation by T1. Both these teams doing a great job.
Why did they make mid so huge?
Making good counter moves.
Kind of think mid's okay, I'm not gonna lie.
IGLs as well. Benkai and X-Curate.
I'm not as much as a hater on that map as everyone else.
I wonder who's gonna be. Ooh. This is gonna be
that turret.
Very risky. Polvi's about to go for the peek, and
X-Curate is straight up looking at his mini-map here.
Any case, though, great.
It's just the IGL diff.
Yeah, it's not over. As T1
Someone else is IGL in there. I reckon he gets that kill because it wasn't the fastest peak ever.
GE's very quick into this. They realize this, and they already stacked A themselves.
One of the reasons why, like, it's one of the reasons that lurking IGLs normally don't work, because you got to be looking at your crosshair the whole time. The amount of times you're expecting some kind of reactive push.
And it's all down to Izu. Spike dropped on Raptors. Comes around the corner here. Gets spotted by the alarm bot. And Blaze King's just repositioning for high ground. Again, pinning down
30 seconds left.
down Izu.
Yeah, GE knows they can wait him out because of that spike position.
There it is.
Yep, no problem at all.
Yeah, I mean, that cost him
Good
big time on
from
this.
Polvi, 3 kills in the round for him. And just
last round before
really quick reactions from GE.
Even the Joggermo contends for the best duelist in Americas.
Great reaction from Polvi.
Yeah, I think so. I think you have to.
And Saya's kind of on an island there with the way
because with how the meta changes, you got to be able to look at all the agents.
Really any ability for T1 to bail him out
he had one of the best raises, if not the best raise, especially if you look at certain maps. I would argue he has the best raise on certain maps. I know people would say Jing.
That kind of leaves Saya player isolated.
But I think at least when I look at Lotus, I strongly believe that he had the best jet. Sorry, he had the best raise when it came to champs. And then you look at his Neon now, and I think he, at least for what I've seen, looks mechanically the best.
Also different kind of setups, different applications, and how they want to go about things. In any case, though, that does push Benkai away as we see the Dizzy being utilized here. Russ hasn't backed away just yet. Now that he gets spotted, he will drop down from his perched right on top of the site. And a very defensive.
A lot of people.
Defense here for GE.
A lot of people wanting to fight.
Moving closer and closer. It's gonna play well for
how is everyone on
T1
T1 sleeping?
Get peek after peek, pick after pick as well. Insane. Null command, not done. And stacks. Ooh, spots 2 of them exiting the site. No kills. That's tough.
Yeah, it does feel like at
it's like
times
they're taking map control. They're not expecting anyone to peek them.
Have been a little bit off. They haven't been able to be explosive onto the site, get those early picks. If you allow GE to play for these retakes, it seems to be a little bit more.
Yeah, they got a fight on site, going up against 5 and Sage Wall.
This angle there, really nice for Saya. The res right on the back of it.
Yeah, that's gonna, again, at least now they know where Saya player is kind of, hunkered down on. Blade comes out. That's gonna give information for GE. And they should start coming into the site right now. It's going to be very important for them to come close as soon as possible. Side player falls down. It's all on Xgrid's hands. He hasn't really gotten any value yet. And he gets pinned down by Polvi. And that's going to be GE finishing off this first half.
Yeah, that's a very,
absolutely
very
good back and forth. But
nice half.
I think GE, once they kind of figured out that if they could dodge some of these initial setups, just maybe play for 1 pick and then a lead, and a peel back, winning some of their battles on the extremities, doing a good job lurking, all of those things really coming together to give them that slight advantage.
This is why I'm thankful for you being my casting partner right now, because it looked very hard to kind of dissect what was the plan going on for for both of the teams here. Sure, T1's all about that contact.
T1 low-key been the most disappointing roster this year.
If you can, what's going to be the
they have the
here, but GE's been,
they have the
so well,
it's because they did
it's
because they were doing so they did so well in the off season. That was something that something that kind of wrecked them a little bit. But you got to remember that bleeds and NRG exists. So it is just a straight up no, and maybe the expectations were set pretty high because they were looking so good early on.
Back into playing more the way that they wanted to overall. And just really impressive shooting from Polvi in a couple of these rounds too really helps. And Xkira just completely.
I don't think anyone will ever. I don't think we'll ever see a roster that disappoints as much as NRG did.
Big important one now. T1 would love to get one back. Come through. See if they can even things up on this defender side, but this has been a bit of a pain point for them on this map. A lot of teams, to be frank. This has been pretty attacker-sided with the recent iterations. Especially
you don't know about that, bro? That would be incredibly hard to not.
Clear space.
You think we get more of a disappointment than of a team like that?
They run the kind of old standard, the old tried and true.
You would do a tough job.
It's about getting.
You would actually do a really tough job.
Potentially could be about getting that Sage into place. Get those walls up, get those plants down.
Oh, Blaze King, no, you can't pick that up, my guy.
How aggressive T1 is going to be to disrupting the plants themselves.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. Kind of interesting here for Blaze King. I don't know if he made a mistake with the throw on his.
Oh, he for sure made a mistake. He's not trying to throw it at the floor.
Nothing on mid except for just that teeny tiny bit on their side of the spawn. In any case, though, GE not wasting any time, immediately start pushing in, and oh, there it is. The wall gives them access into the back. That's going to be a kill. Saya player now kind of pincered in. He might actually get caught here if he's not too careful with how he kind of again goes in for this offense. Drop back of the site. Right in front of them is going to be Polvi.
Whoa.
Not going to get
hitting
any
some shots
refrags whatsoever, and this is just full control for GE. All down into Carpe's hands. Spots out Polvi right then and there, but again, has to deal with so many. Does have...
Whoa, okay, that was a nice pistol to watch from them. They hit so many shots.
And that falls down to Russ, and GE
right, they get a pistol, they get a pistol, oh no, they get two pistols, right? Yeah, wall defuse.
There on that Dizzy. So good. Gave no opportunity for Carpe to follow up off of his push out of kitchen.
This would be a
really
huge win for
That's
GE.
Snappy shot from Benkai. Absolutely nasty, but Polvi just all over the place. Covers Snowman, gets back up on top of the bridge, knocks a player down, dodges the Dizzy. Buys time for Russ to come through the grates and take him down. Just really good coordination right now from GE, and you know you can see that
Classic,
in
two deaths.
the pre-game interview with Spin, like the confidence was brimming from him. Like so happy with the way his team played last week. Obviously he should be, but that confidence so far seemingly has carried over for GE.
Yeah, he was talking about how as long as they get these 2 wins, he'll be happy as can be, right? Ooh, any damage though? Looks like no. So Izu going for the heroics, not gonna get that value for the moment. Wall gets propped up here on A, excuse me. It's the rest of GE. Now just waiting for that contact. He had the preemptive flashes, actually might give them out of position. Izu gets immediately refragged, but he does catch Polvi. Now this might
they wanted to get early info,
this is
see if they should
because
rotate.
If you look at it, Blaze King's already gotten access to B, but Saya player
might be on for this.
Control of B long for some reason.
I mean, should at least have 2.
Oh, maybe not.
No.
That jump from lightning fast.
I don't think they know that Blaze King's
They're
already
gonna have
here.
the nice out the whole
Yeah,
time, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Get a pick onto somebody, X-Grid by himself. Good pick first, but yeah, that will also be a big thorn on their side. Blaze King just not having any of it, just quickly regroups, gets the pick, and now it's all down to stacks. First contact. Ooh, slots.
That's an unlucky round for T1. Was this against an eco? They save all. Sorry, was against the.
Really good there. Great awareness.
But yeah, I mean it was against an eco if we're looking at the east side.
They
only died with the ghosts.
And broke the crosshair angle.
And Benkai is considering it all.
So that Saya was gonna have to readjust to hit a shot. Just, you know, who knows?
I really didn't think they were going to have their guns out. And maybe that was really good comms from the guy that
jumps a little bit.
Snuck through, but
big win for GE. And now Benkai is the outlaw.
Okay, he gets the outlaw out. What, were 3 people?
Right over up the pipes,
3 people. 3 people can one shot.
Comes up short. For now, GE just really taking their time, pushing his 2 around this corner. We know, everybody knows how defenders.
Maybe Blaze King called it. Yeah, I think he might have called there was a chance.
How ready they are for this.
But you never know.
Run away. Trade for trade though, but this is not going in their favor. Accurate actually gets spotted out by
over
Benkai
towards
on the
mid,
outlaw.
and then they're gonna
Saya
get this. Blaze King's gonna kill here as well.
Pushing out if he really wants to help Izu on this one, or maybe bank on the fact that GE goes around the corner. Regardless of which, Blaze King's got a good position just to find anyone that is gonna come out through B long. Izu now, I think he actually just got a couple of pop shots onto Blaze King, and Blaze King just smartly backs up into
they at least found one, and then as soon as the turret got okay, well they know we're both on now.
Which is pretty big, at least gives a bit of leeway for Izu.
Benkai, double.
Slowly creeping up, and Benkai, master of the outlaw in this round.
Benkai's got double molly as well.
For T1. Can dash into the site. Goes over the wall. And this is perfect. At least he puts himself in a better position. And unfortunately, does not have any information where Lightning Fast and again Benkai were kind of positioned
Lightning Fast both times. I'm pretty sure
I mean,
one of their first ults has been
sort of the tried and true bait and switch from the pipe
position.
Man,
it's just
his map. Duelist up there, the other 2 players make contact, and then the duelist
the epic gold with the prime. Thank you so
above,
much, man.
But it's just
welcome into the Star Club. Thanks for doing that.
Yeah.
Lightning Fast and Russ
You're looking
come
pretty
huge.
solid.
Benkai,
Yeah, I do feel like they've always looked really decent on this map. Sometimes maybe their shots have been missing, but at least like their spacing when I see them going insights has been great.
Particularly here on Sage on Icebox.
And Lightning Fast does just frag out way heavier on this map than any other map.
Yeah, it's a little confusing when Sage's abilities are, okay, well, Polvi just picks up one. Right out of the corner is Izu. It is an eco for T1, but it's It's always a little confusing when Sage's abilities are all called orbs and there are other types of orbs on the map.
That, yes, fair. I was about to say, but to be fair as well, technically, she is not an ice-powered Radiant. She's crystal.
It's crystals?
Yes. That's why it's called a barrier orb and a a slow orb. It's crystals. You know, you don't want to step on broken glass.
But aren't like crystals slippery? Like, anyway.
Maybe if it's jagged. anyways, this is getting a little bit out of hand. Both our conversation in this game, as GE's well ahead into the lead. Saya player has not gotten any value off of this chamber of his. But
I thought he looked good for a double here. 40 HP and Russ.
Carpe now into the corner, cannot.
Yeah, and I like this from GE. Trying to keep it as clean as possible, keep the money flowing, and worked out pretty well.
Again, these trades from Global just so clean. I have no words to say, but how good Global has been playing this entire Icebox map.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It's hard to judge because they got double pistol and obviously this is just a snowball.
Everybody working together
I feel like they're
as a
looking
squad.
better on this map
Even
just in general.
T1's hitting their shots. Oh, just
Ooh, that was nice.
There. Onto the hidden player. You know, Saya player gets one, an immediate trade. I love the way Polby played that. Just a little bit of a stutter step off of the box, off of the pipes.
Yeah,
and then a dash. You know, for T1, you're definitely trying to win today.
That's
but I think
insane.
There might be some of that idea.
Dude, he's gonna love that.
Let the players play, see if they can figure things out a little bit.
Yeah,
that's my favorite one.
Some of that trust to Xcurate to try to come up with some new ideas, try to force some adaptations.
The Polby thing is so sick.
Really, the best place to learn is on stage.
Yeah.
You know, the scrims are one thing.
6-man rosters don't work.
Playing ranked is great. You need to do all those things, but really the best
and again, I don't know how many times we have to see it fail for teams in Pacific to realize that it doesn't work. But
yeah, seeing what works and whatnot. Great tag though onto Russ, but with Lightning Fast being there, he can always just get the heal back up. And Russ, if he had his ultimate, that would have been something else.
Yeah, they take double dinks, but
no more
Russ at least gets healed.
Gets the push in, side player assists, gets the pick. Lightning Fast does fall. That does give access to GE here on Kitchen.
Now what do they do? This is,
can they cook something up?
Hard round for the IGL at the moment.
Trapped in.
On attack.
Can't really escape. Slowly
you probably do just call that you're going to just chill for 30 seconds.
Carpe, if he gets a little bit too antsy, that's way too many players of GE.
I think you got to wait for your wall to break a middle here.
The discipline looks good for T1. Nobody's overcommitting to an angle, trying to go for a solo push. They're just really blocking GE as best as they can. Wall eventually crumbles.
Now the pressure's here at the wall, you can do something.
To maneuver. Not much space for them on the map unless they fall all the way back to spawn.
This is a good call, man. I'm impressed with the calling here. Benkai's done great.
Oh, gets spotted out by Blaze King. There's going to be the pick for Izu here. Cannot really get the multi-kill.
They still gave it a really good go, man.
Now it's Blaze King to remain. Stuck on mid here on Boiler. 17 seconds, and he's just patiently waiting for someone to creep up on him, but as long as that spike was spotted on mid, hasn't been picked up.
10 seconds left.
T1's just going to be fairly composed and not really go overly aggressive.
Yeah, a good read on this round for T1.
Icebox mids, yeah. No, it's never the one.
They get 6 on the board, but I mean,
it rarely works.
So I think that's just a good read right there, right? Yeah. It just looked like, you know, with the way that
too many angles
was set up by the tube, I was like, oh, okay, he's just watching the tube.
Like, you never want to go here with multiple people because there's too many angles.
Poison Cloud, he's like, okay.
And through middle, that should create a lot of pressure.
Did a lot of damage, got the shake on a Polby.
Like, you never want to go there with numbers, is pretty much where I'm at. It never works, unless everything's gone wrong.
stuck
Like
there.
one person
However,
can do a lot of damage over
I'm
towards
curious
here. There's multiple
what comes
avenues,
after
but
this, because I mean, again, T1 playing so
multiple
contact
people
heavy,
here, like,
and that's worked in GE's favor because they're willing to go for
gotta
the
be scared of
trades, and they've
everywhere.
been really good at getting those trades. So you're gonna have to kind of outmaneuver, outthink GE a little bit here. And again,
Flash,
they're going
but I mean, they were so
aggressive
ready
plays.
for
They
this.
try to do the
GE are
pop
just
flash
ready
up
for
and
the
over
reclear. They
to
know they have
set
to
up Izu.
reclear with
Doesn't
util.
really work because GE wise to it. They're just holding back, waiting it out. So a bit of utility expended.
Yeah, this is one of the strongest pauses with
no
the chamber,
value.
but
Stacks
you
it
do get a
down
little bit
one
wrecked by the
flash.
Viper
So
wall.
GE baiting out utility nicely, continuing to take their time and try to figure out what
Build up this round a little bit
plan
because
from that
a
timeout
reset
was
on
here for
these,
T1
right?
beyond
They
just
won the last
great
rounds.
read on
They
that
lose
previous
this
round.
one. You got two people that
This is
can't
great,
buy.
though.
They
Like,
would
even if
force
T1
out a
doesn't
buy
really
because of this and this, but
overly aggressive after that round play that they did. This does make GE play a lot
wait,
more
GE,
passive than what we've
GE are
seen.
owning
Usually
this
they'd
round.
attack around
They
a
play
minute in,
really
but
passive.
now
They
they're kind
really
of baiting
pass
a
over
lot more
towards A.
time
They
here.
wait for the flash.
Side
Once they
player's
know
by
the flash
himself.
comes in, they know
Really
the other
wants to
side's over
hold
towards
on
chamber.
to yellow for
They
as
pop
long
the
as
knife.
humanly possible. He's
Trying to
gonna
make
get
sure
the
that he
catch
can't
once Polvi
TP.
denying the dash on this jet. Now he's alone.
Well, they has to TP early, and then they handle with the op really well. Oh, it's
Carving back
unlucky,
it away,
man.
does
Nice
get the
trade from
kill.
T1.
2 versus 3. Russ getting rezzed. Not really out in the same position. Stops the defuse.
Yeah.
Or, excuse me, the
Blaze
plant on the
King.
spike. And now
You
Benkai
can't bait the
forced
res
back
and then
by
go for the
Snake by
plant.
2 versus 1.
Might as well go for the res.
Coming around the corner.
You're gonna do that.
Close.
Oh.
Great contact. Has time to plant the spike, but he's waiting. There it is. That's the real plant. The next grit knows it. Swings it out.
Holy,
and
I
Benkai
actually had a
just
bit of a
cannot
chance there.
readdress the angle.
Actually had a bit of a chance.
That's really well attempted by Benkai, honestly.
They're doing alright.
He
2
played
full
that
loss
about
bonus.
as well as he could.
Real good money
Able
wise.
to isolate one player,
Get one more.
recognize the time on the clock, knew that he was either going to be given the opportunity to stick the defuse, or if they peek him, he's just going to have to hope that he can outshoot his opponent and win right before the timer ticks down. You can see there's about a 1.5 seconds left. So if Benkai hits those shots, he could have actually taken that round. But
yeah,
great play there by Xcured at the end. A lot of ults for T1, and I like what I'm.
Yeah,
this
if
adjustment
T1 want
now,
to do
we're
this,
seeing
this is the
bigger
big
picture
round.
ideas from T1 that they're pulling back. Sure, they went for an aggressive play early, but immediately, if you looked on A, all 3 players peeled back to like rafters and to screens, and are playing to kind of wait out GE a little bit, forcing an adaptation now out of Benkai.
Yeah, so also going to debate a couple of flashes for the front of the site. The lesser it is for the back of the site, the better it will be.
Oh my,
Carpe,
2
though,
people under him.
no, I don't think he knows that they're right underneath him.
Dead.
They're just about to come through on jail, and that's going to be the first pick. He's down. Wall activated already. Blaze King coming around the corner as well. Saya, or rather Izu, very far from the team as with the big flank
Oh,
upcoming.
Blaze King in the window,
Because
getting
of
the
pick
kill on the
onto Benkai, You're
rotate.
not going to realize this as that sentry, not
Oh,
going to
man.
get any kind of information whatsoever. The pinch is coming ever so closer, but the kills coming as well from Saya and
At least no one's
Xcured.
showing to
They
this
spot
heaven
out
guy.
Blaze King with the flank. Now they know that one is on the side itself. They have to start isolating. Izu
They
finds
say
the
as he
one.
goes to the angle,
Another
but
one is going to be
kind of
quite
had to
crucial
because he's
here
got
as
to
Russ
spawn.
hides himself, but Izu spots him. It's
And
a
he
deadly
is
game of
miles
hide
away,
and
they just
seek.
stick
And
this.
now Blaze King, a very long game of tag. I don't think he's going to have enough time to really stop anything. He is
Kinda
close.
send the molly.
He's popping shots, but the angle just not to his advantage. He will. Well, no, all right. Next round, we're good. We're good. I thought he was going to chase him. And
They
get
go
the
one more
pick.
timeout.
But
One more
you can
timeout,
see
they
that
decide to
T1
use it.
is
Dude, if
willing to
T1
give
won a
up
pistol,
little bit
this would
extra
have
space. Other than
been
Carpe, but
overtime
that's okay.
or
That's a one and done position. You know,
maybe a lot
he doesn't
easier for
realize
them.
there's other players under there, but immediately there's cover to help him, and this is huge for Izu. The fact that he gets these 2 kills.
Boaster?
Completely
Dude, Boaster's
changes
been
your way because you read it right, but the micro is one that kind of changes things because it feels
a
like
good
T1,
amount of
when you
ults.
look at, you were talking about how they pop themselves on certain
And
positions. this is the first time I'm seeing this.
Russ needs to be really careful with his knife because of this.
With 2 players pushing right underneath you, if they hug that right side on
and then
on
T1 can obviously just combo these if they wanted to.
What T1's banking on,
right?
You know, and
absolutely,
it's working. Sure, again, it's round by round, case by case basis, but so far it's working pretty good for them, and they got themselves that counter momentum against GE, and they stalled them at 1 or 11, excuse me.
Yeah, there's like
think K-Corp are falling off? Nah, I just don't think they understand Haven that much. It's always been a thing with everyone involved in Gambit. They don't.
You know that because you saw Saya, there could be a player here.
Every single player in that team don't get Haven.
Will not get caught. Does get the trade though.
Every team that they went to, I feel like struggles a little bit on Haven because they used to ban it for 3 years.
The other player with Izu finding that contact onto B main as the lockdown gets used on A, but no pull of the trigger yet.
Yeah, I'm not worried about them nade misses.
Oh, fragment. Does it break?
I don't think it is. It in the center? Nope, it's not.
Whoa! Where did that come from? Okay,
damn, Saya decided to stick it.
I want to see how he got the kill with the headhunter in tow. Polvi. Ah, okay, he gets spotted. I don't know if they.
Yeah, I mean, there was a gap at the back. I'm pretty sure maybe didn't get there in time.
Down as well, 11-9, and T1 slowly but surely picking up the pieces of
I'd be scared for GE at the moment.
Good reactions from Saya.
Full loss bonus, but they got 3 people. They got to eco this one.
You talked about it on the previous half that
still should be a pretty good eco.
Look as flashy on the attacker side.
Actually, they can force.
Really starting to find some impact.
I would be tempted to force
on this defender side, and the fact that he's able to keep this op in his hand. This is a big.
Oh, okay, missed op shot.
But this is a big win condition for T1 throughout this year. Has been getting an op into a player's hands, whether it be X-Curate or Saya, whoever, and then working off of that. And teams that can play around that, like Gen G, like others, have done a good job shutting them down. But so far, GE now starting to struggle against this. They're going to have to go on to an eco.
Oh, this is the first time as well that Izu's pocketed himself on Nest. They don't really know, and he just kind of lines up for them. 1-for-1 trade.
Oh my, I want to delete the VOD, man.
T1 cannot find
delete the VOD
whatsoever. They fall back, and this is not going too hot. Coming around the corner here, stops him, stacks, newest member. Explosive as can be, does get a couple of picks, 2 versus 2.
I got the spike.
Now Polvi is taking a bit of damage on that snake bite. And you can see the hesitance right now for GE to really plant that spike, not
they have
knowing
no
where Saya
idea.
player is going to be coming from.
They have no.
Yeah, let's see what Polvi can do.
Exactly
if Benkai gets 1, he's done great. They have an alarm bot over towards one side. If he can get around this corner, they never have to worry about left. That's pretty good.
Yeah, they're super low too.
Benkai's double molly, but he can't feel confident. Oh, now he could feel confident. Yeah, this gave him a little bit of space. This might have been a misplay. The thing is, they don't know that he has double molly, but now he can kind of get into a safer position. He can get these mollies down.
The thing is, they don't really know where the other one is.
Yeah, they gave him too much space. He messed up on this. But of course, it's hard for them to ever know that he still has the mollies. I mean, maybe the people on the site should probably be commenting that he doesn't have it. But
yeah, it felt like X-Curate maybe just a little bit forced in that position, maybe a little bit uncomfortable with how that ult works exactly.
Yeah.
You would have liked to have gotten that a lot deeper, right? You would have liked to have gotten that pit to reach a lot further, so you had a lot more space to work with in front of you.
It felt weird to go.
In case they try to play off of you, but instead, Benkai just works it against him nicely, throws the nano down, pops it right away, puts himself in the corner, and reads that there's going to be a push out. Because again, you're not feeling comfortable there as T1, and you start to realize that that angle can be spammed pretty easily, and you've got to do something, you've got to get ahead of it so you actually can give yourself the ability to get that defuse.
Yeah, another thing as well is it kind of doesn't help Saya player situation
as
well.
It's a very tricky round for X-Curate to not want to use that. You're going to be doing a lot of thinking, and the comms have to be pretty legit.
Intensity of the Fog of 4 inside of that Viper's pit, so...
Are there more YouTube spots for months? Yes, I'm pretty sure there are, Prodigy. I just need to look into it.
Situation as well, so yeah.
I agree. It was running through my mind there that maybe Saya should just grab a rifle off the ground.
But can stop trying to tilt me.
Yeah, and they had access to it because again there was a couple of T1 players that did fall at the back of the site.
Yeah.
Anyways,
now he's got his ult.
That was.
That's crazy.
A slip up, I think, for T1 as well.
Gans is trying to make me have my Boostia moment.
3 kills to rights there, and then he just whiffed very hard after that.
There was also some whiffing in there from T1. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Like, it's tough. Some of those angles are pretty tricky. They're pretty narrow. You gotta kind of change your vertical.
Suit up. Chat, I had to wear a suit for it.
Anybody who's played knows
literally
that that's the more
my whole life is made around not
adjust
wearing
for.
a suit. I had to wear a suit for content.
Pretty good execute, just scaling nicely through.
A devastating day for everyone.
T1 immediately goes out with a thrash, catches Colby, but I think he can drop behind there.
Liquid content better be good. You guys better watch it, man.
Lightning Fast though cannot, and he actually drops the spike as well. Viper Pit will be used, but as we can see, and as T1 can hear, there's no planting on the spike, and no one has tried to replant it again. So the thing is, they can just
the call here again for G is pretty hard.
While they are waiting, Excrete right on top. And again, patience is a virtue here between two teams. Whoever cracks first.
Well, you've got all of Benkai's util, so you can kind of set up in and around this pit pretty well, I think, to guard it. Throw the alarm bot around one of the corners or something. Take your time to figure out exactly how you want to navigate this. Use that to get a little bit of info, but Russ just walks into Cardbay's open arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a rough. It's just a rough thing in general. Dude, both of the Viper ults back-to-back rounds kind of helped out the other team here. So be careful with this ult.
Yeah, I think there just GE felt like they had to get some frags before they felt comfortable enough to try to go for the plant. That pit didn't cover a lot of the front of the site, and they kind of ran into a similar problem that we saw with Xcurit's pit, where you don't have a lot of room to maneuver in the front. Oh, Lightning Fast gets caught by that detain as well, so that's devastating.
Yeah.
I mean, Colby did a nice job there baiting that thrash out. He played on top of the wall, so if he gets hit by it, he could drop right back down and then just kind of slowly bounce his way back.
But 3 chances to 2 chances, and it's getting a little bit close considering that G won double pistol.
A couple more rounds to play with.
Rifle to break the turrets. They don't know the op is here. Got Carpe full committed.
Do what Team Secret did.
Maybe hit him. I don't know. That's in the corner of the circle.
Get to overtime, and this time have a different result.
Two-pronged approach here. That's an early use on the res as well. So they're not going to have any access to that as well. I did like the double push that we saw from T1, where Easy was the one making noise.
Or it's been broken.
Goes undetected.
Someone should jump piece
this. Still should be aware of this. They're about to go for that contact, and he gets away with the rendezvous. Yeah, now they kind of want that res possibly in their hands. Benkai getting a little bit too antsy, wanting to get that pick. Maybe an advantage for GE, but blows up in its face. 3 versus 5.
Especially against T1.
This is very tricky position now for GE. Able to use that smoke to walk through, but
window.
Yeah, Blaze King
ahead, pops a shot. Trade for trade though, not the worst right now. They are getting positive net trades for GE. It's Saya player.
Oh, and they hit him with the knife.
Forced back. And the thing is, they can plant this spike at the back of the site or on top of 2F on B site. So Saya player can't really contest all the way from B long. It's gonna be Stacks first, but look at how very much proactive Blaze King is.
Holy.
Already waiting here on Kenshin.
What a play from GE.
Ops the ult.
Stacks though. The timing. I don't think Russ knows about this.
Oh my god, timing.
Whoa, it's so impossible, and he falls down.
It's still pretty doable for Blaze King.
That spike. Well, someone holds. They don't know where he is. Blaze King spotted out right now. Stacks knows that he's right above
jump
him.
Across.
Blaze King making the noise. This is a very
you crazy guy.
Then he hits the headshot first. Stacks
and he thinks because he's low, Stacks isn't gonna.
Whoa! And actually just pushes in.
He actually just went for it. Okay, respect, dude. How the hell have they won that 3v5? The call through middle was pretty cool, right? The 2 people dueling at a window and 1 person going through the smoke. That was nice. And then it kind of fell apart. Give T1 a pistol. That's at the very least overtime.
So good from GE. That broke that space
but still,
open for them to get
nice from GE.
to get that defuse.